C'est parti les amis, on est de retour pour la suite de l'aventure de The Council. On s'était arrêté ici, dans cette zone, et on va continuer. Alors, qu'est-ce qu'il y a ici? Alors...
And coincidentally, who arrives at the same time as Emily? Louis de Richet, his son. He brings his 4 children together, and even then I didn't react.
Alors là, tu comprends rien. Il y a plusieurs tableaux, et il faut le constituer dans l'ordre.
And the cherry on the cake is I drank his cursed tea. He knew I would drink it. The rascal knows me better than I do myself.
On va tous les écouter et après on va voir ce qu'on peut faire avec. Parce que là je suis un petit peu perdu. Il y a 50 000 tableaux à la... Oh là.
He allowed me to bring Emily to this conference, supposedly to find her sister, whereas Emma hadn't even disappeared yet. The poor wretch was shot as her sister was setting foot on the island. I should have understood that earlier.
Ok. Putain, mais il y en a 50 000 les tableaux là.
I must speak to you.
Oh, mais c'est un bordel le truc. Ok.
France, so much effort, so much wasted time. From Charles Martel to the wars of religion, I simply did not consider Protestantism to be a real threat, and that was my greatest mistake. My faith in Father and the Catholic Church that he administered made me blind. I can see that now. I lost France through 100 years of war.
Alors... Je sais même plus d'où je suis venu là.
France, so much effort, so much wasted time.
Je sais même plus d'où je suis venu. Je l'ai vu ça ou pas?
It was a trap. It was a trap right from the start. At the previous conference 3 years ago, I'm sure he already knew I would bring the Hillsborough sisters here. He knew it. He knew it. He already knew they were his daughters.
Ok. Attends, j'étais comme ça... Ah oui, je suis allé par là, d'accord. Ah ouais, c'est bon. Donc j'ai fait ça. Ça, je viens de le voir. Donc maintenant, c'est par là.
I recall Spartacus. My exchanges back then with my brother. I did everything in my power to avoid the Peloponnesian War, but he wouldn't listen. He always wanted more. Father wasn't gentle with William back then, shutting him in the body of Pericles for 8 years, and reducing Athens and its cursed democracy to its knees. And when Elizabeth disappeared, No. It's not possible. I couldn't have missed that. Not me. He cut me off from our father, and I didn't say a word.
Ok.
And when Elizabeth disappeared,
On va essayer d'aller par là.
He feeds Louis, and I continue to see nothing. He stuffed his poor son with an occult knowledge that we usually take months to give to to our children, and Louis is only trying his best to get by. He doesn't realize he's being led to the slaughter.
Alors, ça on l'a vu, ça on l'a vu. Ça on l'a vu. Ça on l'a vu.
Come to me.
Ça on l'a vu.
Emily to this conference. Charles Francois. What an adventure. It was so easy for me to sell your title of Marquis de Maintenon to Françoise d'Aubigné and to sail for the Caribbean islands. One of my greatest successes. With one stroke, I placed myself right next to the King of France, with a mistress under my orders, and I was able to impose my law over the seas of the triangular trade.
Anyhow, I should try to concentrate on his voice.
Dear Countess du Nostra, what a pity.
Ça je l'ai vu. Ça je l'avais vu, c'était l'un des premiers. Je sais pas où aller. Par là-bas y'a rien. Il y a un tableau au fond là. Ça doit être par là. Hein. Je sais pas.
Who's there?
Elizabeth? But I saw your body. You're dead.
Gregory? No. No, you are not Gregory. Something's not right. Gregory, you are in danger.
Elizabeth, what's the matter?
Who are you?
Don't stay here, Louis.
Oh! Je suis revenu ici?
You again?
Let's see what he thinks.
Ah, yes. That is good. Come, open up. Ah, Louis Morat de Richet, son of William Mortimer. Now I see you.
Damn it! I can feel it entering inside me. I shouldn't have.
William, you dirty traitor. No. No. Gregory, you have no right, William. You are violating the rules. My rules.
I can't break the link. Get out of my mind.
William should have taught you not to try to read just anyone's mind.
Resist, Louis.
It's pointless.
Father, help me.
Louis, what's happening?
Father.
Ah, William, I can't feel you anymore. William, you dirty traitor. What did you do to Gregory?
No, not now. No! Louis, get out of here! Get out!
Get out of here, Louis. Oh, holy shit! What am I doing? I should have been more careful. Mortimer warned me about this.
Hein? Et du coup? Du coup, je suis censé faire quoi? repartir par là, je sais pas. Oh, je suis paumé avec tous ces tableaux là. Bon. Je pense qu'il faudra trouver des tableaux, les amis.
Be quick!
Ok, on va avancer tout doucement.
He broke the rules! He allowed me to bring Emily to this. He allowed me to bring Emily to this conference.
This memory is important, but it's as if there's something missing. There must be an order to this.
Ah bon?
He allowed
Qu'est-ce qu'il a dit?
me to bring Emily to this conference.
No, not yet.
Comment ça, pas encore? Il y a un tableau que j'ai pas exploré?
I didn't want to believe it. France. So much effort, so much wasted time. From Charles Martel to the wars of religion. I simply did not consider Protestantism to be a real threat, and that was my greatest mistake. My faith in Father and the Catholic Church that he administered made me blind. I can see that now. I lost France through 100 years of war.
Attends, il y a un tableau que j'ai pas exploré apparemment.
I recall Spartacus.
Ça, on l'avait vu pourtant.
My exchanges back then with my brother. I did everything in my power to avoid the Peloponnesian War, but he wouldn't listen. He always wanted more. Father wasn't gentle with William back then, shutting him in the body of Pericles for 8 years, and reducing Athens and its cursed democracy to its knees.
Ça, on l'avait vu.
And when Elizabeth disappeared,
Je crois qu'il y a un tableau qu'on n'a pas vérifié, c'est pour ça qu'il ne faut pas l'activer.
couldn't have missed that. Not me. He cut me off from our father, and I didn't say a word. And when Elizabeth disappeared, he's coming. He feeds Louis, and I continue to see nothing. He stuffed his poor son with an occult knowledge that we usually take months to give to our children. And Louis is only trying his best to get by. He doesn't realize he's being led to the slaughter.
Bon. J'ai l'impression que c'est l'autre, le premier tableau. Celui que j'ai kické qui voulait pas faire. J'ai l'impression que c'est le premier. Est-ce que je l'ai vu celui-là? Oui, il me semble que je l'ai vu.
Previous conference, that's when Mortimer started putting his plan into action. That's how this whole thing began.
Ça, je l'ai vu. Ça, on l'a vu. Avec le flingue. Ah, peut-être c'est lui que j'ai pas vu. Je sais même pas.
Dear Countess Dunos,
Je sais même plus.
pity you disappointed. Managed to swindle Lafayette for the damage he did to the Western monarchies. So full of remorse once it was done, I don't really regret making you steal the necklace and end up in a convent. Dear Countess Dunostar, what a pity you disappointed.
Alors là, je sais pas quoi faire.
Ah,
Ça, on l'avait vu.
what an adventure.
Celui-là là-bas, on l'avait vu. Ça, on l'avait vu. Celui-là, on l'a vu dans le coin.
And coincidentally, who arrives at the same time as Emily? Louis de Richelieu, his son. He brings his 4 children together.
Je comprends pas.
And even then I didn't react.
Je comprends pas ce qui se passe.
His children are gathered together? Yes? Yeah.
Il y a un tableau là-bas, c'est là où on peut pas y aller. Je comprends pas. Je suis sûr que c'est celui-là le premier tableau en fait. Je suis sûr que c'est celui-là.
He allowed me to bring Emily to
About my first vision on the island, the day of my arrival.
Bah oui, c'est
This
ça.
could be the beginning of the story, yet Holmes is talking about bringing Emily back again. So there must have been something before this.
Mais quelque chose quoi?
He allowed me to bring Emily to this conference.
No, not yet.
Mais qu'est-ce qu'il me raconte? Qu'est-ce qu'il y aurait quelque chose avant? Quoi ce bordel? Alors là, je suis complètement perdu. On va essayer d'aller là-bas.
France, so much effort, so much wasted time. It was a different.
Previous conference? That's when Mortimer started putting
Ah.
his plan into action. That's how this whole thing began.
At the previous conference 3 years ago, I'm sure he already knew I would bring
This
the
is the
Hillsborough
first event that brought home here. Oh yeah, I'm on the right track.
Ah, ok, d'accord. Donc à mon avis, le deuxième c'est celui-là, là où je suis arrivé sur l'île. C'est celui-là.
He allowed me to bring Emily to this conference. Supposedly to find her.
I'm on the right track.
Ah voilà. Nickel. Bon. Là, je suis d'accord. Alors, le suivant. Qu'est-ce que ça peut être? Non. Ici. Peut-être.
And coincidentally, who arrives at the same time as Emily?
Ah oui. En même temps, Emily. On l'a trouvé, Emily.
And coincidentally, who arrives at the same time as Emily?
Getting closer to him.
Voilà, c'est bien ce qui me semblait. En fait, je suis en train de refaire tout le truc de mon parcours quand je suis arrivé sur l'île, en fait. Alors, ensuite, là, c'est bon. Je sais pas combien il y a de souvenirs au total. Ensuite, qu'est-ce qui s'est passé une fois que je l'ai rencontré?
Dear Countess, do not.
Ah, ça y est, je sais c'est quoi. J'ai trouvé le truc. Attendez, pas par là, on va faire tout le tour. Je sais ce que c'est. C'est celui-là là, avec le parti d'échecs. Je me souviens de Sparte.
And when Elizabeth disappeared,
Ouais. Quand Elisabeth a disparu.
he cut me off from our father, and I didn't say a word. And when Elizabeth disappeared,
Ok. Là c'est bon. Ensuite. Ça sonne bien celui-là.
I needs Louis, and I continue to see nothing.
C'est celui-là.
He stuffed his poor son with with an occult knowledge that we
Getting to the end here.
Ok, on est sur la bonne voie.
can't hold out.
Ok, là c'est bon. Non, là c'est pas bon. Celui-là c'était le premier, tout premier, donc c'est bon. Là c'est pas bon. Ça c'était... Hop. Où est-ce qu'il peut être l'autre? Ah, c'est pas lui. C'est lequel? Non, ça c'était le... Hop. Ah non, là c'est de l'autre côté, non, non. Oui, oui, d'abord 2 secondes. Je cherche cet dernier tableau là. C'est pas lui. Où est-ce qu'il est cet enfoiré? Non, c'est pas lui. Est-ce que c'est lui?
Ah, Charles François.
Non. C'est pas lui.
Dear Countess, do not
Et est-ce qu'il est ce tableau à la con là?
pity you disappoint.
Non.
Charles François. What an adventure. It was so easy for me to sell your title of
Ah, c'est pas lui.
Maintenant to
Ah, si.
Françoise d'Aubigné
Peut-être.
and to sail for the Caribbean islands. One of my greatest successes. With one stroke, I placed myself right next to the King of France, with a mistress under my orders. And I was able to impose my law over the seas of the
Non, c'est pas lui.
triangular trade.
Anyhow, I should try to concentrate on his voice.
Ah, c'est pas lui. Oh, il est parti où ce berdier? À moins que c'est lui. Ah, ça doit être lui.
The cherry on the cake.
Ah oui, c'est lui. C'est lui.
And the cherry on the cake is I drank his cursed tea. He trapped me. He poisoned me to stop me from being able to leave this body. He cut off all communication with father and brought his children here. How could I not have seen it earlier? He's going to absorb me. A traitor! No one can stop him now. Hurry, Louis. I absolutely must see you before it's too late. If you have managed to follow my thoughts, come to me. Quickly!
Mais tu veux que je le retrouve où? Oula! Ah, il est là.
Louis, hurry! He's coming!
What's happening?
I can sense him. He's here. He's trying to get inside me, Louis. William has completely lost his mind. He's getting ready to pull out all the stops. He's going to devour my mind, Louis. I'm not going to be able to stop him.
Louis, you are here. I sense your presence.
What? But he can't even see me.
Congratulations, my son. You have succeeded in joining us.
Louis, don't let him draw you in there. You are signing your death warrant if you decide to follow him. I won't be there to protect you.
It's over, my son. We have won. A new order can be born.
Louis, I'm so weak. I can feel him entering. I can no longer keep him out. He's coming.
He's here.
I can't. Can you see him?
He's here. He's coming closer to you.
Where? Louis. I don't want to just disappear. He's inside my mind. I can feel him crushing me.
Eh ben dis donc.
He's just in front of you.
I'm so sorry, brother. There's nothing you can do to stop me now. You made your choice, and you have lost.
I was wrong about him from the very beginning. He's mad. He must be stopped. You can still do something, Louis. Don't let him get away with all this so easily. I implore you.
Look at yourself, Uncle. You're just as bad as he is. Despite being centuries old, and despite all the wisdom you should have acquired, I don't believe in you, nor do I believe in him. You can count on me to do my utmost so that neither of you will succeed in your plans.
You can be so stupid. As for me, I won't be around much longer. So if you want to stand the slightest chance against him, at least make sure you are armed, Louis.
What do you mean?
The lance, Louis. Have you got the lance?
It's over, brother. Don't fight it.
You will be punished for this.
Perhaps, but you won't be there to see it, will you?
Il est malade ce type.
You will be punished.
Mais il est malade ce type. Oh là 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 là. Oh là là. Ok. Bon, c'est la phase finale les amis. Il y aura bientôt plus grand chose à faire avec lui. Alors je sais même pas où mettre ça quoi. Mais bon. On va voir hein.
Where am I?
It's all right, son. Don't panic. It's over.
I'm back? Where are the guests?
I invited them to go up to their rooms. They're resting. Don't worry.
Gregory?
You should have chosen your allies better, my son.
You mean you planned to get rid of him since the beginning?
For years, Louis. Come now. Would I really have risked everything at such a one-sided conference without having a trump card up my sleeve?
But what about the conference rules?
To hell with the rules. From now on, I'm only following my own rules. Things are going to change, you'll see. However, I expect you to stop your childish games and follow me. I gave you time to find your feet with Gregory, but things are going to get serious now, and I expect a little more loyalty from you.
What did you do to him?
I devoured his soul.
You...
T'es un malade toi.
But I didn't see you use the Holy Lance.
Indeed not. I didn't need to. Can't you guess how I did it? The Lance of Longinus is just a vessel, Louis. It could have been any object that had the blood of Christ on it. The blood of an ancient, more precisely. But I didn't need the blood of an ancient. You see, I have been in dear Lord Mortimer's physical body for longer than my brother has been in Sir Gregory Holmes. Therefore, I am an ancient, Louis.
He was your brother. Why did you kill him? He never meant you any harm.
Oh, Louis, I am exhausted. Let's talk about this later.
No, tell me why now. I want to understand.
Stubborn as a mule. After centuries of trying to convince him, I assure you I had no other option than to do away with him. He would never have allowed me to depose our father. In the past, he had already opposed me, and sometimes very violently. He seemed to you like a man of peace, because you did not represent any danger to him. But I can assure you, he was not. With anything to do with our father, he would be merciless. In any case, what's done is done. I'm going to rest in the dining room. Join me there when you're ready. The time has come to end this little antisocial gathering.
No doubt about it. This family is rotten to the marrow. I did right not to trust them. Right.
Mais ouais.
All I have to do now is confront Mortimer.
Oh là 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 là. Ok. Faut que je l'affronte, mais j'ai rien dans les mains.
Money, the remedy of the gods.
Il faut que j'essaye d'avoir le maximum de choses que je peux avoir. Alors, la salle à manger, c'est où déjà? Ouais, salle à manger, c'est là. Est-ce que je peux trouver des petites choses à ramasser? Non. Parce que là, à mon avis, si je dois l'affronter, c'est qu'on va avoir pas mal de choses à récupérer. Alors, on va fouiller le maximum qu'on peut ici dans cette zone. Si on peut trouver des choses, ça m'arrangerait. Rien de plus ici. Ok. Ok.
Right. Now's the time to join Mortimer. I won't be able to go back after...
Je sais.
Here we go.
Aïe aïe aïe. Je sens la merde
There
arriver.
you are at last.
Excuse me, Sir Gregory's death...
Must have upset your plans. Yes, I should think so, given that you gave him your allegiance. But I did warn you to choose sides carefully.
But you didn't tell me you were planning to kill him, you snake. You wish to speak to me?
Yes, but before we begin, I would like you to give me back the Holy Lance, please. Now that Gregory is gone, you won't be needing it anymore, and I prefer to put it back in its place.
I no longer have it.
Oh merde. Oh. Difficulté 10, c'est une blague.
Of course. Here you are, Father.
Thank you. Congratulations, by the way. You managed to find the right one among all the copies. I'm impressed. This conference will have been one of the most eventful I've ever known.
I'll just have to take your word for it.
Before I get to why we're here, you must know that I've been watching you very closely over these past few days. I won't hide the fact that I was disappointed with you for having taken so many risks with Jacques Peroux. Look where it got you. You could have died. As for the door of my crypt, no one had ever found out how to open it before you. You succeeded in telling the Hillsborough twins apart. Even for me, that wasn't an easy thing to do at first. I remain proud of what you achieved for me by falsifying that letter to the Pope on behalf of Piaggi, because I know that was not an easy task. But the important thing is that you escaped the worst with Volner, because he could have killed you when you were in the guise of Piaggi.
Yes, it was a bit touch and go.
Which leads me to a chat about what I envisage for you now. You are the chosen one, Louis. The one I've been waiting for all this time.
Thank you,
We are going to be able to become one.
I don't quite follow you.
Be proud of yourself, son, for you are the one I have chosen to be my next mortal coil.
But... What about me? Am I imagining things, or did he just tell me to my face that he's going to eat me?
Unfortunately, no, you won't survive the transfer. But I want you to know that I only select my bodies from my own children, and that you are the one who has impressed me most. It's far from being my first time, as you can imagine. I didn't think it was possible to find a more promising son than dear Augustus. You can be very proud of yourself.
Wait a second, hang on. Do you realize what you're saying? Are you insane?
Oh, come, my son. Let's not end everything on a bad note, please.
Son of a bitch! He's not going to get away with this so easily. I won't let you do it.
What on earth are you thinking?
Et
That
là,
you'll
on est
be
dans la
able to
merde.
kill me? This is ridiculous, Louis. Come now, be reasonable. Don't fight. I won.
Alors là, je comprends rien. What? C'est passé quoi là? J'ai rien compris. Je comprends rien.
As Mortimer had planned, Napoleon
Alors là, je comprends rien.
sold Louisiana to the United
Après l'avoir
States
récupéré auprès
after
d'Espagne.
purchasing it
Ah ça y est, j'ai
from
fini.
Bonaparte continued his
Bonaparte
political
continue son
and
ascension
military
politique et militaire
ascension.
jusqu'à sa promotion
Until
empereur
he
et enverrait
proclaimed
une
himself
grande partie de l'Europe
emperor.
occidentale. Ouais, ça je sais.
He went on to invade a large part of Central Europe. The legend of Napoleon
La légende Napoléon
persisted
perdura
after
au-delà de
his
sa
death,
mort, louant l'empereur le
conferring
rôle de
on the
messie pour la
emperor
France, c'est
the
vrai.
role of Messiah for France. Remaining very popular,
George Washington mit fin aux rébellions internes en son violence et rétablit les accords commerciaux avec la Grande-Bretagne.
And re-established trade agreements with Great Britain. Upon his
À
death,
sa mort, il devint
he
un héros
became a
national et laissa un
national
pays en
hero
deuil.
and left
Ah,
an entire
Washington.
nation in a state of mourning. On his return to
De retour en Espagne, Manuel a entrepris de céder la Louisiane à la France.
proceeded to give Louisiana up to France. Later on,
Plus tard, il devient la
became
cible
the
de
target
l'héritier
of
du
the
trône
Crown
d'Espagne,
Prince of
Ferdinand
Spain,
VII.
Ferdinand VII. The latter gave no
Ce dernier ne laissera
respite to
aucun
his
répit
mother's
à
lover,
l'amant de sa
going
mère,
as
allant
far
jusqu'à le
as
condamner à l'exil.
condemning him to exile.
Mhm.
He confiscated
Il confisqua
all of
tous les
Manuel's
titres
titles
et
and
possessions de Manuel
possessions,
ainsi que ceux de sa
as well
maîtresse
as
Pepita.
those of his mistress, Pepita. Pursued,
Pour
they
sachez,
ended
ils
up
finira
living
leur
out
jour
their
en
last
France,
years in
dans la
France,
pauvreté et l'anonymat.
poverty
Ah merde.
and anonymity.
Ok.
The influence von Wollner had over King
L'influence de
Frederick
l'homme sur le
William
roi Frédéric
ironically
Guillaume
ended up
finit
working against
étrangement par se retourner
The
contre lui.
sovereign thrust him into
Le
increasing
souverain le poussa à
repression
toujours plus de
until the end of
répression
his
jusqu'à la fin
reign.
de son règne.
Von Wollner became the
Cible
object
de la
of
haine
the
du peuple,
people's
Von Wollner
hatred,
fut donc
was
destitué de
therefore
ses titres et
stripped of his
terres par
titles and
le
land
nouveau
by the
roi
new king,
et mourut avec l'indifférence
and
générale et
died
la
in poverty
pauvreté d'une
to
campagne
general
prussienne.
indifference in
Wow.
the Prussian countryside. His Eminence,
Son
having
éminence, forte de sa
successfully
mission
accomplished his
accomplie,
mission,
revint auprès de sa
returned to
sainteté,
his
le pape
holiness
avec
the
des
Pope
honneurs.
with full
Oh, c'est bien ça.
honors. Although all his
Alors que toutes ses ambitions
ambitions had become
devenaient
possible,
possibles et la stupéfaction de son
to the
entourage, le
stupefaction of his
cardinal
entourage,
préféra se retirer
the
dans un
cardinal
monastère à
preferred to
Toscane,
retire to his
loin de
Tuscan
tout
monastery,
engagement politique et diplomatique.
far from all political and diplomatic entanglements. Fascinated by
Il
the
voit les
techniques
dernières années à
involved
l'étude
in
des rapports de
exorcism
l'Inquisition,
and
fasciné par les
demonology,
techniques d'exorcisme et
he
de
dedicated the last
démonologie.
years
Ok.
of his life to the study of Inquisition reports.
Ok.
On his return to
À
Paris,
son retour sur Paris, Pyrrhus se
Pyrrhus
dénonça
gave himself
lui-même
up to
auprès de
his
ses pairs des
peers of
tribunaux
the
révolutionnaires.
revolutionary courts.
Il avoua
He admitted
avoir
to being
été
implicated in several
corrompu dans
state
plusieurs affaires
corruption
d'État,
cases,
reconnu coupable de la trahison envers la
found guilty
République,
of treason
il fut
toward the
exécuté
Republic,
sans autre forme de
and was
procès.
executed without a trial.
Ah ben décidément.
No more was ever
On n'entendit plus
heard
jamais
of
parler de
Lord
Lord
William
Mortimer. Si sa disparition soudaine
His
anima
sudden
quelques discussions dans les
disappearance
cours
was the subject
européennes,
of conversations
cela ne
in
dura que
European
quelques mois.
courts, but only for a few months.
Ok. Bon, bah c'était la fin de notre aventure de The Council. J'espère que ça vous a plu. Likez, partagez et abonnez-vous. Et... Oula, il y a beaucoup de ratés là. En tout cas, à la prochaine. Ciao, bye bye.